All right, all right. Yes, my people. Yes, my people. Welcome on the FMF Mates, where we are receiving actors, singers from the gospel scene. And today we have a very special guest. I ain't gonna say much about him. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Who do we have in the house today?
How's it going, everyone? I go by the name of Tai. Some know me as DJ Tai, some know me as Tai. Who am I? I'm child of God, you know. I am just all around the creative world, to be fair. Whether it's DJing or artist management or like events behind the stage, in front of the stage. Some people know me as a host. I'm just, enjoying the process of just being around all things media, all things music. And yeah, just really trying to allow people to have a great time in this space and just push forward excellence.
That's that's it. That's it. We've got DJ Tai in house. So DJ Tai, tell us, where are you based? Are you a UK? I mean, where are you based, and where does the name DJ Tai comes from? Why DJ Tai?
Yeah, good question. So I am based I'm around London, just on the outskirts, in the
Okay.
UK. And the name DJ Ty came. So my old DJ name, for those of you who know me from way back when, my old DJ name was DJ Tito. So
Okay.
that's what I used to go by. And then I think it would have been probably about 5 years ago now. I kind of decided that I wanted to make a bit of a change, and that kind of coincided with like as I was growing and developing, I thought that Tito was kind of a bit of a childish name at the time. But I'm thinking about. I was literally speaking to my friend about it the other day, and I literally feel like I should have kept Tito because that was a cool name. But yeah, but yeah, so that was the vibe, and so yeah, I decided to go with Ty, which was a bit more aligned with like my actual name, and yeah, just the vibe that I wanted to go for.
Okay. Okay. So we've got DJ Tai, aka Tito. No, I'm joking. In the house, and yeah, but tell me, how come you came to the creative world? I mean, what? How did you make it? What was it? Was it? Have you always been a creative, or is there anything that actually took you to that path? I mean, give me a little background story about you becoming who we know right now.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting one. So I think for the most part, people don't actually know me for my full creativity. So I've been creative all my life. Um as far back as sort of being a child, and that extends not just in sort of like the music industry but just in general. Used to read a lot, and so I had like a very active imagination, and I was very excited sort of growing up. And so I did a couple, did piano lessons for maybe 2 3 years when I was in primary school, and then sort of got involved in like choirs and kids choirs and stuff like that, for a year or two, and that short period of time set the foundation for me just being involved in a lot of different things. And so kind of when I was in school, of high school and sixth form, I would just get involved in stuff, and it wasn't really me being like, oh, like I want to be a creative full time or anything like that, or I want to be in the space. It was just me existing. Creativity just kind of came out of me, and I just got involved in everything, different instruments. Like did a bit of like drama in school.
Okay.
Not like I didn't do it for like subjects, but it was just like when it happened outside of school, extracurriculars, I'd get involved. I just wanted to always be around that sort of stuff. But past sort of the lessons I had when I was a kid, I didn't really have that much because my parents were very much studious, study, go and be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, go make that money. And it wasn't funny enough until I got into uni. I get like I'd kind of put away the gifts I had and said, you know what, I'm not gonna, because I sing, for example. I said, no one's gonna hear my voice. And God upstairs was laughing. He said, look at my son, he's doing too much. And sort of full circle moment, which was coinciding with me giving my life back to Christ, that I had the desire to really get into like music and all of those sorts of things again. And yeah, it was a whole story. And then found my way into the gospel space, but we'll get onto that a bit later on. So it was just kind of something that's followed me throughout my life, but then certain events that have happened, which kind of brought me back into this space. And yeah, happy to be here. Wouldn't have it any other way.
That's it. That's it. I'm loving it. So we know you as a DJ, and so you have a casket that you're I mean some other activities that you're running in the background. Yeah. And how long have you been a DJ for?
So yeah, and I guess I'll give a little bit of a quick backstory for that. So I've been a DJ since it's 10 years this year, 2015, July
Okay.
2015. So
Okay.
it was so interesting because how this whole thing started was I was in my first year of uni, and my older brother, he also DJs as well. But I, myself, and his girlfriend at the time, we had got him a set of DJ decks for his 21st birthday. And then I decided that I wanted to kind of like play the music I was listening to in my own room, just not even for like to DJ in front of people, but it was meant to be just vibes, having a good time. And
Mm,
so, yeah, got myself a set of decks a couple of months later, while I was working at a summer school, in between uni years. And then we come back the next year, and we're throwing parties. So I've been doing events since uni. So we're throwing parties. Everything's going really well. Then we have a conversation. It's kind of like, well, it's expensive to bring all these DJs up north from London because
yeah.
we'd take care of everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like food, accommodation, everything as 19-year-olds. Anyway, and so we decided to just like learn how to DJ just to cut some of the costs.
Yeah.
And I've blinked and I'm still here. So yeah.
That's good. That's so what you're trying to say, it happened like accidentally, right? It was not meant to be, it was not the plan, the original plan.
Yeah, like most DJs I know, they know some or someone in their family is like super musical or in the, sort of
Yeah.
the DJ space. Mine was more so it just happened to, we were there to fill a need and we
Yeah.
just kept going really.
Okay. Okay. And then why have you because in the space from where I know you, you're kind of the main guy people will call for the Christian events. Yeah. So how did you make yourself? How did you create that niche space? How do you make a name in that niche space? How did you do that?
Firstly, thank you for flattering me. I don't think I'm the main guy, but shout out to all the DJs. Like, there's quite a few DJs. There's a number of DJs sort of in the Christian space at the moment. So I want to shout out like all of them.
Yeah.
Um, it was an interesting one because I started in the secular world, and me even coming into the Christian space wasn't on purpose.
Okay.
So just before lockdown, there was a guy, shout out to Junaid, who brought myself and a few other friends together. We started a radio show. And I didn't even want to be on the show because it was going to be a Christian radio show. And I'm very, when it comes to doing things for God, uh, I have this belief that you need to be called to do certain things,
Yeah.
like especially when it's like quite specialist, right? And I don't want to just put myself forward. I want God to kind of bring me in, and then I'll do what I need to do. So
Mm.
anyway, long process. We go back and forth. He's like, God told me you're gonna be the DJ for this thing. I'm like, bro, what? I'm gonna pray about it. And eventually, after a while, I didn't hear anything from God. So I said, you know what, God, if this is you, let things continue. If not, let it end abruptly. And
Yeah.
we were on air. It was even a secular radio station, Tribe Urban. Shout out to the team there,
Okay.
who like put us on the platform, and we're there for 2 years. And they even extended us by an hour. Only Christian shows. It was interesting. So that's how I got into the Christian space from the outside perspective.
Okay.
Obviously, now no one knew who I was, right?
Yeah.
And so I had the same hustle because I've been in the music industry, in the secular world. So I came in with the same hustle. It's like, okay, I need to start networking. I need to meet everyone. I got to just start shooting my shot. And I'm messaging, I'm throwing all the messages out and just nothing. Because obviously, no one knows who I am, right?
Yeah.
But there was a couple of people in this journey who have kind of like they helped me, put me in different spaces. One of which is Manny. Shout out to you, Manny Ade. Appreciate you. Another one is DJ Runs. I've got a lot of love for you, bro. And then DJ Shuns as well. She's been, yeah, such a big support so far. Um, but to your point about like how did I create my niche? So I I have a slightly controversial approach to DJing, having kind of DJed at parties and all these sorts of things. I
Yeah.
kind of bring the same sort of energy. So like I aim for the people who would rather be in the club. That's
Yeah.
who I aim for. And in trying to make sure that the standard of my DJing is at the same as what's happening in the world, and then even with the way that I do mashups and stuff like that, I try and
Yeah.
catch people's attention that way.
Yeah.
um, and then the other side of thing is I have this like a business acumen, so I think about customer experience. So
Yeah.
everything for me is like, how do I fill the gap that's going on? If there's like an awkward silence, how do I make it work? Like
Yeah.
if the MC is doing their thing, how can I sort of help them along that journey? And so I think about things quite holistically. But yeah, so it's one, yeah, obviously working on my skill, but two, actually kind of like thinking more about other people and figuring out how to serve them. Because even in like working with other people on their projects and their visions, I've been able to then build connections. And then they find out I'm a DJ and they're like, oh, you DJ too? Okay, let's see if you can do this little thing. And I'm ready. Let's go. Put me in front of the decks. We gonna have a good time. And again, once you're able to build up your skill, then it starts to speak for itself. And so yeah, again, the combination of that and the people who God has sort of put in my life. So yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Loving it, loving it. So tell me a little bit more about the DJ experience in the, I will say, in the gospel scene. Give us a little like background stories. Is there any I would say any group, any kind of like connection? What's the experience like? Tell us more. Tell us more about the
Give it
DJ. Yeah,
inside scoop.
the inside
Yes.
scoop.
So it's been interesting, man. So I think especially at the beginning, I didn't know anyone.
Okay.
Um, even with like before DJ Shuns and DJ Renz, and DJ Kalechi, who was actually the first Christian DJ that I saw.
Okay.
I was just there trying to figure it out on the radio. So like I was trying to find music. I'm gonna say this, and I hope I don't offend nobody. But at the time, coming from listening to a lot of secular music, and I used to say, oh my goodness, like I don't want to keep listening to Kirk Franklin because that's all I knew at the time. Like I don't want
Mm,
to just. But then some of the stuff that I was listening to at the time, I wasn't a fan of. But it kind of filled a void in a way where it's kind of like, okay, they're singing about God, but personally, I wasn't a fan of. So I love the heart, and even a lot of those songs are still on my playlist, but at the time, it just wasn't really hitting the need that I had.
yeah.
And so I was collecting all of this music. I'm buying all this music for the radio, and then I think it was through one of the people at the radio that I had my first sort of event, and it was maybe 2 hours. I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my life. I'm like, how do I put a set together with this music? What am I going to do? But again, mashups, because I've been doing mashups for years, and so
Okay.
that really helped. So that was that part. Again, consistency in terms of like playing out. Then again, I think everything really picked up or started to move in that direction, a positive direction, when Manny Ade started this group called the CHH group chat, which it stands for
Yeah.
Christian hip hop
Christian
at the
hip hop.
time. So just a
Yeah.
bunch of, so I joined literally like day one, because again I was like, I need to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
And so what I would do then is start to play a lot of those people's music, and that's when I met Renz and Shuns, etc., etc. And
Okay.
so through that, then it was like promoting myself, trying to figure out what's happening. Then I started getting gigs, which was fantastic. And then at some point in the journey, a DJ group chat emerged because we realized there's actually like a few of us. And I think when we started, there's maybe like 4 or 5 of us, which was good because we just started, building community, just sharing and all these sorts of things. But again, like a lot of the gigs that I was getting was because I was starting to meet some of the artists. So I started doing like artist gigs, DJing for the artists, or like doing listening parties
Yeah.
or those sorts of things. And then I realized like who had different strengths. So for example, selection wise, DJ Shuns is in her bag. Like if you want to find out all the different tracks that everyone loves, DJ Shuns is the person.
Yeah.
In terms of like the grime, the hip hop, those sorts of things, um if you have a cipher that you need, you would go to Ren's because I learned so much from those guys about how they mix. And yeah, so that's kind of how it started to develop. But again, in terms of like building my own platform and etc., it kind of came through, you know, building relationship with these people like genuinely, and then someone would, throw an opportunity or I'd pass an opportunity their way. And I think the main thing that helped, at least from the credibility point of view, was when I got my first it was a BBC Gospel Corner. So I,
Okay.
I got I got a slot on there. I was filling in for someone else. And after that one, then yeah, boom, that was it. Then I started getting connected to a lot more artists, doing a lot more shows, and then a lot of private events anyway. So the private events that was on the side, that was word of mouth anyway. But yeah, so that's kind of how it's grown. And then people within the group starting their projects. So we
Yeah.
have things like the Grace Brunch and some of the events that Mandy was doing and some of the other artists and stuff, and just
Yeah.
really supporting from the beginning,
Yeah.
and not just showing up just to DJ, but actually using my experience to try and see how we can make things as good as possible. And that's really helped because people know I'm there to serve as well. So yeah.
That's it. That's it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So, do you believe that the music that's been put out there, I mean, for the last 2 years, with that sort of music, do you believe that that Christian music can potentially take over the, I will say, the worldly parties? Do you believe in that?
Interesting. I think you're talking to the right person about this this topic, sir.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. So my aim, my goal in terms of finding music has always been to look for music that I think will translate.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of I'm in a lot of secular spaces. I still DJ in the secular world. I do a lot of stuff in the music industry in the secular world,
Yeah.
and I'm always looking for stuff that I think I can send to people and be like, oh, what do you think of this? So that's my aim. I think the standard of music has greatly increased.
Mm.
We have people like DC3 now, who the
Mm.
whole secular music industry, they're copying his social media strategy,
Strategy. Yeah.
and he's getting on a lot of these big platforms. To do a colors at this point in your career, at this early point in your career, is crazy.
He
So
is
that's a
big.
testament to the levels that are going up. But the quality's increase. You have people like Anatolia, they're doing really well.
Yeah.
Because I think before it used to be, you had your called out musics, etc. And shout out to them, shout out to everyone. But
Yeah.
I think the breadth is definitely growing. Um, in hip hop, in R&B, in Afro beats, even in the bashment dancehall sort of genres,
Yeah.
the quality is increasing. And so
Increasing
now I think
indeed.
we're moving into a space where people can actually hear the music and be like, oh, this is actually good. Like I'd actually listen to this. I remember once an example of this was a couple of years ago. We were doing an event in Box Park in
Mm.
Croydon. And so we're playing the music, I'm playing, and then these three ladies just burst into the event, and they're just dancing and doing the most, just having a great time. Came up to me and they're like, "What's this? Who's this? What song is this?" And they were the most like lit people in the whole place. And so obviously, through that, I've been able to connect, give people music, and put people on, and they're like, "Oh wow, I didn't realize there was great music." So yeah, I think I I'm honest as possible, right? I think we have a way to go. I don't
Yeah.
think it can take over yet.
Yeah.
However, showing signs, 100%. I think that the quality of the lyrics is definitely getting better. The
Yeah.
quality of the mixing mastering is definitely getting better. The social media presence is definitely getting better. There's so many things that we can do. But yeah, we're in a good place, and there are Christian people I know who are doing quite well in the secular world as well. So, yeah.
Okay. 100%, 100%. I agree with that. I've been to I've been to weddings, Christian. I won't say Christian weddings because weddings are weddings. But the challenge is because all the guesses, they like most of them they're Christian. The challenge is to play essentially Christian music and get the party late. And the challenge that I faced a lot is to play Christian music throughout the whole night. There's at some point there's some hits that you need to play to get everybody on the dance floor. The candies, them songs that gets everybody on the dance floor.
Mm.
Do you believe in the next, like, let's say 2 3 years, we can do a fully Christian playlist, essentially a rock parties, like whenever you go outside you only play Christian content and it rocks the whole party? Do you believe that sort of things can happen in the next three, or I would say 3 5 years?
That is a very heavy loaded question. Because I've had the same issue since I started. And even with some of the events that I'm doing now, where we're pulling thousands of people, like 1,000 people in a room to have a good time listening to Christian music. The issue is that people don't know a lot of the music, so they like the vibe, they love the vibe,
Yeah,
and they're happy because it's Christian, so they don't have to worry about any.
about that.
But actually, they don't know the lyrics. So, um, you always get to a point where, and a lot of the weddings I've done, you get to a point where people are like, yeah, the client will ask for, I want a lot of gospel music or whatever it may be.
Yeah,
And you get to the point where it's kind of like, okay, cool. I've
cool.
exhausted the bangers.
Thanks.
Obviously, I played the Kirk Franklins, I've played the Limo Blazes,
Yeah,
and then it's like, what next? Because we still need to keep going.
that's it.
And so, again, I think it depends on a few things, right? One of the things that made songs like Shackles, Revolution,
Yeah,
timeless classics
times classic.
is there was hype, there was culture around the music.
Mm,
Obviously, the music was good. No doubtedly, the music is good, but there was hype and there's culture behind the music.
yeah,
If you look at the history of the last, I'd say 20 years or so,
yeah,
when 2025
yeah,
2005 2025 years,
yeah.
a lot of the songs that are blowing up and have stayed relevant, or a few of the hits that have come out, they have things that get people to remember the song, whether it's some sort of dance, or
Yeah,
whether it's some really notable moment in the song, or whether
true.
it's something like culture related. So if I listen to like interviews for some of these secular artists, let's say Soldier Boy, when he
Yeah,
did Crank That Soldier Boy,
yeah.
he used young people, he used kids, and he created this interesting dance, and he got them to spread the message, or to
Mm,
spread the music.
indeed.
So it's like it was an intentional thing. It wasn't just like, we've got all these bangers, and so now everyone should listen to just these music and get involved. If they haven't heard the song before, then what are we doing here? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so yeah, I think if we can work on how we get the music out and work on creating moments behind the music, then yeah, we'll be in better positions to have a catalog of bangers. Because that's what I'm trying to. I was literally thinking about it on the way home. I was like, I need to create just a catalog of bangers. If I just
bangers.
play every
Every
single
single
song
thing.
is just a hit, and
Yeah,
then someone wants to leave the dance floor, and then I play another one. But
another one.
we are getting there. We are
Yeah.
getting
We
there.
getting there.
It's cultural to some effect. There are some songs that do really well in certain cultures, but people don't know in other cultures. So
True.
again, there's a lot of different factors that play here. But yeah, I think we potentially could be somewhere where, I don't think in 5 years we'll be there. I'll be honest, but I think we'll almost be. I think we'll be in a good place.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. I got you. I got you.
What do you
So
what do you think? What do you think?
I think in the next 5 year we'll get to that level. we'll definitely get to that level because there's a bag of songs now that you can just play and it will ramp up the whole dance floor. We got there, and if you can, because a good set for me is to rock for an hour, and from that hour you can move to another genre, and then from that other hour move to another. So I think in the next 5 years we'll have like a good library of those bangers because it's coming every 3 months. There's a Christian song that will come out. um I'll mention Gaze Baba.
Okay.
That's a crazy song, went viral. Whenever you play the whole out, all singing it. You understand? So we are now getting into that viral music, Christian viral music, the music that you play and the whole place, the whole crowd is dancing on. So I think in the next 5 years, it will happen. It will happen. But I've got a question for you.
Talk to me.
You've got an hour. An hour. You have to rock the party. What genre are you gonna play?
What genres?
Yeah, what genre are you gonna play? Like, yeah, are you gonna manage it? Like, what's your options? I
I'm an open format. I'm multi genre. I actually struggle to stick to. I mean, I say I struggle. I've done it. I've done it many times, but my natural inclination is how can I take these people on a journey in an hour? I will
yeah,
literally start with R&B. By the time I finish, we're playing Jersey. Like we will go. I will literally go through, and I've done it many times. I'll go through R&B, hip hop, bashment, Afro beats, Jersey, trap, literally garage. So my whole thing is more so about what journey do I want to take people on? How do I
yeah,
want to make them feel?
yeah,
And at what point do I start that journey? As opposed to am I sticking to a specific genre? Because I don't think that's not really how I've played.
yeah.
So yeah, I think that's my approach.
Okay, so you got an hour. It's
Mhm.
like an hour. Are you gonna? What's your
I'm gonna split
set?
it up.
Are you gonna split it? Are you
Yeah.
are you gonna start it? Are you gonna finish it?
Um,
I'm curious.
akin to my my starting DJing back in the tens,
Yeah.
I would start with R&B. R&B is a nice easy way
Always,
to get
always to
involved.
start, yeah, because everybody, yeah, yeah, true.
Depends on the set actually, because I'm thinking the last few sets I've actually started slightly differently. So with the Grace brunch, the last Grace brunch that we did last month, I started with hip hop. Started a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of sort of trap,
Yeah,
and then I went backwards. So what that looked like, because I do a lot of mashups as well, so I insert that into what's going on. So I did a bit of hip hop to start with, did a little bit of the trap trilly sort of vibe, but more commercial sounding in
yeah,
terms of like more accessible to everyone.
yeah,
And then I went backwards into Jersey. I love Jersey. So Jersey Club, I basically did a couple remixes of some songs. So like Still Holy, and Let's Dance by Hezekiah Walker. I basically
okay,
turned those into Jersey beats. And then we put that there. So people are like, oh, what's this? I don't know what this is. This is so interesting. And then from there, I went back into Funky House. So then I did a
okay.
remix of Look Looking For You by Kirk Franklin. I turned that into Funky House
All
and then
right.
went backwards into three step. Then from three step, I went into Afro, Amapiano, and then
I'm a
Afro
piano.
beats. So kind of mixed those up, Afro beats and Amapiano.
Yeah,
Um, then from there, I'll go back into um dance hall bashment y sort of
yeah,
vibes,
yeah.
and then from there it goes into like the R&B, hip hop,
I
and then
began.
sort of that's how I'll sort of end the night.
Yeah, loop it. Yeah, okay, that's dope. That I like that. I like that. So right now, I needed to give me um top five. I normally do top three, but because I know you're a DJ, I'll give it a top five so I can have more top five artists that you know they're gonna be in your playlist. I mean bangers. These are artists that you know you have to play them because they got bangers. Top five
Yeah.
artists. Yeah.
Oh, it's an interesting one because I'm in a very explorative phase right now. I'm just listening to a bunch of stuff. But
Yeah.
someone that keeps coming back, Caleb Gordon, keeps coming back into my playlist.
Okay.
Lima Blaze is gonna some like his work rate is so much. There will be
Yeah,
something
yeah,
that
yeah.
is gonna make it into my
It's
playlist.
very
Um,
productive.
you've asked me a really hard question because it depends on what I'm looking like. My playlist depends on my mood. It depends on the vibe. It depends on what I'm going for. So I'm gonna give you a couple like more of the like upbeat ones, and then maybe one or two sort of like slow ones. It depends what comes to my head. So I said Caleb Gordon. I said Limo Blaze. Are we talking popularity, or are we talking things that I like?
We talking things that you like, things that you know when you're out there, you definitely you surely gonna play because it's needed. You know those songs. You got it backed up already. You know, at some point I'm gonna come out with this one.
Ooh, okay. So, yeah. So I said Caleb Gordon always gets played. I will avoid the Kirk Franklins and the remixes. That's party stars. Limo Blaze always gets played. Um, Great Man Tactic always
Agreement
gets
tactic.
played. Yeah, he
Okay.
he gets played. Um, ooh, this is hard. Um, to be fair, in terms of like stuff that's gotten people moving, some of DJ Shunz's tracks I've been
Yeah.
playing and people have been getting a good reaction.
Okay.
And on the dancehall bashment e side, every single time without fail, hmm, Maestro Bravis, every single time without
Master
fail,
Bravers.
I always
Okay.
put his music in my sets. Because I know
Okay.
at least that's a safe one to go to. So we got a range. We got some Afro beats in there. We got a little bit of hip hop R&B
Hip
in
hop.
there. Got that dancehall bashment sort of thing covered. And can I still one more?
Yeah, yeah, go on, go on.
I'm still one more. I feel like Halvey also needs to
Hovey.
be slotted
Hovey,
in
yeah.
there as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Hovey.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For sure, for sure. All right. So right now, I'm gonna need you to give me 5 songs. 5 songs you know it's in your bag and it can come out anytime because they're bangers.
Cool.
Yeah.
Stuff that I mean, Blessing by again DJ Shins.
Okay.
That always gets in there.
Okay.
Um, there's Gyra, the
Gyra.
one by with Lima Blaze,
Lima
and
plays. Okay.
my provider with
My
Lecrae.
provide. Yeah.
But
Mm.
again, like that one there, I opened that up because I rarely play that song as is. I tend to sort of mash that up with something
Masha.
else.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
catch
Yeah.
me and you hear what I'm talking about. Um, right now, there are two songs. So Big God by Tim Godfrey. People are
Yeah.
loving
That
that song
one.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Um, oh goodness, this is really bad that I can't remember the exact name, but you know those song that goes, "I have decided to follow Jesus."
That's
I'm a piano one. The
yeah. The Gaze Baba one, right?
yeah.
I
That's the
have
one. Yeah.
decided to
That's the one.
follow.
That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah. This one
That's
went viral.
popping.
Yeah. That's
And
definitely
then
popping.
again, you, you can't have a gig and not play Shackles. It just
Shackles.
yeah, you can't. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. That's all. Yes, indeed. Yes. So right now, I need to know. I mean, are we gonna get some songs, some productions, any music that you're looking to release? Because bro, you're out there. I mean, you've got DJ Shams. She's already doing it. She's got an album. I mean, she's got more than an album, I
She
believe.
got loads. She got loads.
That's what I'm saying. She's touring. So I mean, technically, you're supposed to be the next one going out there, yeah, pushing the gospel, coming up with songs, taking over the secular world. So yeah, is there any plan going in that direction? Like, tell us more about the future plans.
Well, I guess you heard it here first. Yeah, currently got some stuff in the works.
Okay.
I'm looking at potentially putting out a song, which would be yeah, it would be great. Something I've been thinking about for a while, and I've been working a bit behind the scenes on the production, but that will be a bit further down the line. So
Okay.
for the time being, yeah, just kind of looking at some work on getting some songs together. So you might or might not get something. You just have to tap in. You just have to pay attention and just see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just have to look out for it. I
You
like
know?
that. I like that. I like that. I like that. So yeah, guys, you heard it first. We are hanging on, we waiting. Like there's something coming. We're not really sure, but yeah, apparently there's something coming. So yeah, people stick around, stay connected, follow my man DJ Tai. Is there any other plan, any event coming? I know you're out there like for release party, listening parties, the main I would say main Christian parties, concerts, or yeah, anything coming that you want to share, you want to talk about, anything?
Do you know what? It's an interesting one. So I mean, again, I've got a lot of private events which are coming up, which is cool. Private events are in my bag right now. Um I'm doing a lot of supporting people at their events, but there's an event that I'm actually going to be putting on in the middle of November, which
Okay,
I might not DJ, but we'll see. But it's a concept that I started with a couple of my friends about 10 years ago,
okay,
and it's called Come Vibe With Me. Now, I don't know if you've ever watched the TV show Come Dine With Me.
okay,
So
okay.
we were inspired by that. And we wanted to kind of put people onto the type of music that we were listening to. And
Yeah,
so what we do is we replace the concept of the show basically mirrors that, but we kind of replace the food with
the
music.
food with music. Yeah, I like
And
that.
then we have a way of just bringing the audience into what's going on. So we have a big thing about crowd participation. But yeah. So I'm looking forward to putting that
I
on. So
like
that
that.
should be in King's Cross at the Samsung venue
I like
on
that.
the 18th of November. So that's something I'm going to be putting on. And yeah, I'll probably spin a couple tunes there. But
Okay.
that's trying a few different things at the moment.
Holla at me, man. I can come through, like play some
Oh
house
man,
music.
come on, man, we gotta get you on the decks.
Yeah, but I would love to. I would love to. Yes, my guy. Yes, my guy, DJ Tai. You know what? It's been a pleasure
Thanks for having me.
to have you. We talk about music. We talk about your background, and you give us a little background story about the DJ group in London. You told us about how you became that music creative guy that we know today. And yeah, I know I can feel that there's more coming. There's a huge potential. Everything hasn't been unveiled at the moment, so we're just looking out for it. We're just watching out for it. But yeah, it's been a great chat with you, and I'm looking forward to hear some music, to join the events, and then yeah, to see more from you.
Thank you, my bro. Thank you for having me. Honestly, yeah, just a pleasure to be on here and just chop it up with you. And yeah,
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to everything that comes.
fantastic. So yeah, so we'll see you next time. We'll see you very soon. See you, my bro.
Take care. Speak soon.